Now let's take a manager. So here's Ali. He's a manager. He's got a 10 different people, 5 in person, 5 remote, let's say, or something like that. Now, he might do a lot of the things that the knowledge worker would do, but where we can go a little beyond that is where he would use Viva Insights as a team leader. You can understand how the team is generally and broadly doing, and Viva Connections can be used by Ali to help get that communication to his team. We talked about using Viva Insights to get in more, to understand more how the organization is doing, using something like Viva Amplify, depending upon the size of the department, to help get some of that internal messaging out. Now, here's one that I like though, but let's say that through Viva Insights, he's realizing that some of the morale is not tracking the way that he wants it to, and that got surfaced in Viva Insights, and so Viva Pulse would be there to help create quick surveys to understand what's happening, and maybe finds out that there's just this lack of communication, lack of community within this team for myriads of reasons. So he uses Viva Engage to help foster social interactions and network building within his org. Viva Topics, sort of like what Rachel was doing, but here he might be using Viva Topics to help create and curate that information so that his team's work can be more broadly shared within the organization. Viva Goals, similar to what Rachel was doing here, Ali could be using it to ensure that his executive level or manager level objectives align with his executives. But then he also wants to help his particular team succeed in that new project, and we know that we're going to have to learn. Ali knows his team's going to have to learn something new. So he could go into Viva Learning, he can find some of the courses that are important, and then he can assign them to his team and get metrics and data on how that learning is occurring. Viva Pulse, Viva Insights can help keep him in the loop with how people are doing, with how his team is doing, which we've seen as well. But then at the same time, maybe see that on a quarterly basis, maybe he sees that there's something that more like the organization has to be pulled on to help get understanding of how the org doing. This is where Viva and Glint can pull together to help get a broader organizational view of what's happening.